Hi friends, it's Miss Danielle from the OWL class. I also teach Petit Picasso's an extended day. This is my daughter Jemma.
Hi.
She's in kindergarten now, but she came to our preschool. She was a quail, a javelina, and a roadrunner. She's going to be my helper today. We're going to be creating a watercolor that looks similar to Paul Klee, Castle and Sun. He didn't use watercolor for his, but we're just going to use our imagination. To get started, you're going to need your watercolor paper, a pencil with an eraser, a ruler or a straight edge. You can also use the side of a journal or something hard that you don't mind getting pencil on if you don't have a ruler at your house, a paintbrush, a Sharpie marker, watercolors. Ours are well loved, as you can see, a glass of water, and paper towel. So we're gonna get started. So when you start, you're gonna hold your paper the tall way, up and down, and you're gonna use your ruler. You're gonna put your paper down on the table, but I'm just holding it up so you can see. And you're gonna start drawing straight lines up and down across your paper. You can draw as many or as few as you want. And after you've drawn your straight lines up and down, you're gonna turn your ruler and start making shapes inside of your lines this way. As you noticed in Paul Klee's art, he liked different shapes. He liked to experiment with geometric shapes. He had squares, rectangles, triangles, and then one circle, which was the sun. So Jemma got started already. She held her ruler up and down, and she drew straight lines and side lines and diagonal lines and one circle. And then this is what she came up with. So this is her starting art, okay? So once you finish using your pencil and drawing all your lines that you really, really like, you're gonna start tracing with the Sharpie marker. Gemma's got the Sharpie. Tracing is really hard work. So when Jemma and I did this, I helped out. So it's okay to ask your adult for help. It's hard work, or if you wanna try it by yourself, you can. So when you trace, you're gonna use your Sharpie and go over the pencil lines that you already drew. So Gemma's gonna do that for a minute. Okay, we're gonna pretend that she finished. So she's gonna put the cap back on her marker so it doesn't dry out. Ta-da! And when she finished, this is what her art looked like. Ta-da! She traced over, we worked as a team actually, to trace over her pencil marks. And if you look really closely, you can see she still has some pencil lines. Oh no! She's gonna use her eraser and erase those pencil lines so that way she can paint over the paper and the paint will show. There you go. Okay, she's ready for paint. So before she paints, we're just going to show you two things that we do when we're painting. So number one is when you pick a color, you're gonna dip your paintbrush into the water, get it nice and wet, and then you're gonna pick your color. And Gemma's gonna gently rub the bristles of her paintbrush on the top of the palette. She's not scratching or scraping or digging into the color palette because that could destroy it or damage it. She's gently caressing the top of it until she feels like she has enough, and then she's gonna put the paint on her paper in the geometric shape that she wants. So she's gonna put it right there. There you go. Now she's gonna give her paintbrush a bath. So she puts her paintbrush into the water and makes sure the bristles touch all the way to the bottom. We call that giving it a bath. And then she can pick her next color. So you wanna make sure you do that before you pick a next color, so that way your palette stays nice and clean and the colors don't get mixed up. If you do wanna do some color mixing, Jemma will show you how to do that. You can mix it on your paper. So she picked blue. She's gonna carefully shade in her triangle and then give it a bath. And if she wants to mix, what color is she gonna pick? Red. So she's carefully getting her color nice and gentle. And then she's gonna mix it on the paper. That way her color palette stays nice and clean and not too mixed up.
A little bit more blue so it changed to purple.
Great idea. So once you finish painting all of your geometric shapes, this is what your art will look like. This was Jemma's from earlier. Wow. She used a lot of geometric shapes. So you can use a lot like that, or you can just do a few. And if this art, Castle and Sun by Paul Klee, doesn't inspire you, then that's okay. You don't have to paint something just like this. You can paint something different. You're the artist. You get to pick exactly what you want to do. Thank you so much for joining us today. We had so much fun doing this project, and we would love to see your watercolor paintings. If you could email them to us at owls.pinnaclepress@gmail.com. We would love to see them, and I can show them to Jemma. I'm sure she'd love to see too. So thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you soon. Mwah! Bye.